All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Monday, February 26th slate of games. Trey, take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I gave out the last game on the slate. My game tips off in about 15-ish minutes. I'm excited to get off here and watch it. But I did end up giving out the Clippers -5.5 versus the Kings and the over 138.5 total points in this game as well. At tip-off, the Clippers are -4.5, so maybe you guys got a better number. Regardless, I think the Clippers are going to roll.
Yeah, and I've got I gave out the Warriors on the money line. I went 0-1 on the day. Warriors were up by 16, 18 points in the second quarter. They found a way to lose the game by 15 points, had a really bad fourth quarter, had a really bad start of the third quarter as well. So the Warriors did do me wrong, 0-1 day on the game picks. Trey, let's go to the player props. How can you start us off?
Yeah, same thing on here because I gave out Kawhi Leonard over 25.5 points going up against the Kings. Game has not started. I expect Kawhi to walk out this game with a 30-burger, so he's going to hit the over.
Yeah, and I had a 1-0 day. For my player prop, I had Jordan Poole to go over his shot attempts or go over his points in the game. I could not find his shot attempts or points on PrizePicks. I took his points over on FanDuel at 14.5. That did cash. You would have cashed either one if you found the attempts. He scored 31 points in the game. He shot 21 times coming off the bench for the third time. So Jordan Poole did come up clutch for us. The pool is open. 1-0 day on the play. Trey, let's go to the group play. I had the Suns -4.5. You had your Lakers +4.5. The Suns did find a way to win that game by double-digit points. It was very close in the fourth quarter. They just could not miss a shot down the last 5 minutes. So the Suns did pull it out for me. And the Lakers, they go home packing. Trey, let's go to the group play for tomorrow. It's going to be the last game on the slate. Small slate of NBA games. Miami Heat going on the road to face off against the Kings. Kings -7.5, over under 226.5. Have you start?
Yeah, I got to go with the Kings here, -7.5. I really love this Heat team. I backed them in their last game against the Pelicans. And that is why I am backing the Kings here. Because in that game versus the Pelicans, there was some fights, there was some ejections, and there are some people suspended for this game. Thomas Bryant out, Jimmy Butler out, and maybe some more players, but those are the only two to note here. And I think that's going to impact the Heat defense specifically here in this game. And they need the defense to keep up with the Kings, and I don't think that the Kings are going to be able to not score very many points in this game minus Jimmy Butler. So I think the Kings are going to roll here in this game. They're going to be lighting that beam. So give me the Kings -7.5.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the back-to-back here for the Kings going up against the Clippers right now. Might be a tough game there, but yeah, you said it. Heat's going to have a couple players out. I just don't think they have the offense to keep up here. So I'm going to lay the big number. This one might go down a little bit or up a little bit depending on who plays or who's out. But I like the Kings here. If everybody's playing -7.5 as to play, we will ride together on that one. And let's go to the game picks for tomorrow now. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be breaking down this Brooklyn Nets going up against Memphis Grizzlies game, and this is going to be an interesting game to watch. Both teams, they've seemingly thrown in the towel. One is by choice, and another is by injuries. The Nets, they are seemingly by choice. They come in this game with a 21-35 record. They're also 24-29-3 ATS. And Brooklyn, they come in this game with an 8-18 record on the road. And the Grizzlies, they are by injuries. That's because their injury report is still full of seemingly every good player on their team minus Jaren Jackson Jr. And they come in this game with a 20-37 record. They're also 28-29 ATS. Memphis, they are 7-21 at home this year. So even though the Grizzlies team, they've battled adversity all year long, they're still only 1.5 games behind the Nets record-wise. And this Nets team, they have just been terrible over their last 3 games. They've lost those 3 games by an average score of 119-88. So losing by an average of 31 points per game, that is just no bueno. And this Grizzlies team is not a team that you want to play whenever you've kind of given up, because the roster that they're throwing out there every night really has nothing to lose, and they will punch you in the mouth pretty quickly. So give me the Grizzlies here. I'm going to take them +1.5 here in this game. I love that they're underdogs here as well, because I think that's going to motivate them to come out and get a big win here against the Brooklyn Nets. Because Memphis, they beat the Rockets and the Bucks before the All-Star break. So it looks like they have not given up yet this year. And I don't think that's going to happen here in this game either. Because Memphis, they win their games by their three-pointers. They're ranked in the top 10 in the NBA in three-pointers made per game. And the Nets are in bottom 5 in defending the perimeter. And with this being a home game, I think that's going to help the perimeter offense even more for the Grizzlies too. So give me the home team here to control this game. I'm taking the Grizzlies +1.5 versus the Nets.
Love the home dog there, Trey. For my play today, we're going to be looking at the Detroit Pistons going on the road to face off against the New York Knicks. I like the under in this game, 224.5 between the two teams. The Detroit Pistons, they traded away Bojan Bogdanovic, Alec Burke. They got a couple good young players back, but overall this team lost some scoring, and they're not able to put up 150 and 120-plus points anymore every single night. It felt like they had an opportunity to maybe just blow out a team early in the season who didn't play defense, but I think that's come and gone as this team's now failed to reach 116 points in 5 consecutive games. They have only broken 110 points in 2 of the last 5 games, and they have gone under the total number in 5 consecutive games overall. Now they have to travel to this New York Knicks team who's coming off a very disappointing loss at home against the Boston Celtics, and they really didn't look great on the defensive side in that game. Coach Tibbs, he's going to have his guys ready to play, and I doubt the Pistons even reach 100 points in this one. And I would go with the Knicks, but the number is just a little bit too high, sitting at 11 points. This Knicks team, they're not a great scoring team either. They love to play defense, though, and that's how they win games. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game with the winning team, the New York Knicks, scoring max 115 points. So give me the under, 224.5 points as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam here, and I'm going to go over his PRAs going up against the Raptors. I really love this over for Siakam in this game because we're going to see him make impact plays throughout this one, even though he's coming in this game with some negative momentum. I think that's going to help us out with a nice discount number when it does drop, because over Siakam's last 5 games, he's only averaging 18.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. That only comes out to 27.8 PRAs per game. But I expect him to smash that number here in this one. That's because this game is a big revenge game special. Siakam, he's going up against his former team and the Raptors, and he's already played against them in Toronto once. So we already got all of his emotions out already, had his tribute video. And in that game, he still finished with 35 PRAs. And I kind of expect something similar like that here in this one because the Raptors, they are ranked in the bottom 10 in a ton of defensive categories. Outside of Scotty Barnes, there's really nobody on the Raptors team that is good at defense. And I think that's going to allow Siakam to set the tone here early and often. And I kind of love that this is a back-to-back here for him because Siakam, so far this season, he loves playing on 0 days rest. This year on 0 days rest, he's averaging 23.3 points, 7 rebounds, and 4.3 assists per game, which comes out to 34.5 PRAs per game. I expect him to at least hit that number here in this revenge game. So give me Pascal Siakam to go over his PRAs versus the Raptors.
Love it. Love that play there, Trey. For my player prop, I'm going to go right back to Josh Hart to go over his points plus rebounds going up against the Pistons. I'm not going to fix what's not broken. I said it last time whenever I broke down Josh Hart. This guy has a motor, and it does not stop, and that's perfect for this New York Knicks team. Josh Hart, he's played his way into basically the entire game for the New York Knicks over the last several weeks, playing 40-plus minutes in nearly every single game. With that 40 minutes comes great defensive play, and the guy who is relentless on the boards is a 6'4" guard. He's also been very effective from the field over the last couple games, putting in 16-plus points in 3 of the last 4. And, of course, his rebounds always come with him. He's averaging 7.2 rebounds per game. Rebounding is all about effort, and Josh Hart, he gives maximum effort on every single play. He's recorded double-digit rebounds in 8 of the last 10 games. He's had 8-plus rebounds in 9 of the last 10 games. His number last time was 19.5 points. He did crush that. I'm expecting him to go a little bit more in this one. But even if it does go up a little bit, we just need 10 points. He should be able to hit this over for us. Give me Josh Hart again to go over his points plus rebounds going up against the Pistons as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went the Grizzlies here plus 1.5 against the Nets. The Grizzlies, in my opinion, as weird as it to say, they might be the better team, and they're playing at home here, and I think that's going to be a big difference. And I'm also going with Pascal Siakam over his PRAs versus the Raptors. Revenge game special. He did not play very good yesterday, but I expect him to kind of roll that negative momentum up the hill into some positive momentum.
Yeah, and I'm going with the Knicks at home versus the Pistons, under 224.5 points. Neither team on the offensive side is very good. And the Knicks on defense, they're going to play much better against this Pistons team than they did in that Boston Celtics team. And they give me Josh Hart over his PR again against the Pistons. 19.5 last time, probably 20.5, 21.5 this time. But he's been so good over the last week and a half of basketball. I'm going to continue to take him to go over his PR as a play. Guys, it's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Monday, February 26th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called. But you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,